We have lost contact with North America's 4th Air Force and their 8th Infantry Regiment. Are there any survivors from the 3rd Infantry Division and the 11th Regiment? Please respond. They're engaged in battle with the enemy's 18th Mechanized Battalion. They're requesting reinforcements. The 2nd and 4th Armored Divisions are in retreat. More than half of both divisions are reported to be dead or injured.
How long must we wait in the shadows? Why won't they launch the Fighting Thunders?
Emergency contact from the Army. Immediately carry out an attack by Fighting Thunder, assist the North American Army, and completely destroy targeted weapons of destruction. Those are their orders.
Fighting Thunder? Why even bother with that name? Hey, Raiden! Did you hear that? It's a little late, but hurry and make your way to the battleground. I'll transfer each of you the info. Too much blood has already been shed, but we'll do what we can to stem the flow. A while, but finally we've received the attack order. We must reduce damage as much as possible.
I'm forwarding you the information. Please confirm before beginning your mission. Do you hear me, Raiden? We're still surveying the enemies, so please head straight to the scene.
There doesn't appear to be many enemies coming to the suburbs, but you can't be negligent. Remember, shoot them before they shoot you. Max speaking. I think you're aware of it, but it's the first time to witness contamination of this level with these kinds of massive weapons. Don't know what will happen, so be careful.
I'm sending you the information on the enemy. No contaminations from surface weapons have been confirmed in the area. This would be aerial combat, so please act as such. The 18th Mechanized Infantry are engaged in blocking the advancement of the enemy ships into metropolitan areas. It is unclear how long we can maintain the platform, so please hurry to the area. The current speed of enemy destruction is less than expected. Exercise caution because there may be issues with planes. We will be entering metropolitan area very soon. The enemy in that area are being mopped up by the 2nd and 4th Panzer Divisions. Please quickly pass through it and aim for the target.
Hold on. This is too much for the Defense Corps to handle on their own. Descend and pursue the destruction of the target.
Captain, is that really necessary? The citizens have all been evacuated, and most of the enemy weapons have been destroyed.
That may be so, but I'm sure the retreating people can do with a coffee break. It won't hurt to help out a little.
I'm getting a response by radar. Numerous enemies crossed the defense lines and invaded metropolitan area.
You heard it. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to respond appropriately on site.
The number of enemies destroyed have been confirmed. It seems that some enemies on the ground have survived. I'm requesting help from the 2nd and 4th Panzer Division. Enemy aircraft is flying between skyscrapers. Please be careful.
Be careful, you say. Do you have any better advice for me?
I believe it's the captain's role to give advice. Don't you have any advice for me?
Make sure you don't hit a building.
battleships are approaching. Good luck. There are vessels leaving from the ship. Exercise caution. Check that the enemy had suspended action following.
Believe that something so huge is being attacked. But I gotta say that the mission was well accomplished.
Excellent job.
Let's go off topic. You know, I think South American coffee beans are the best. How about you?
I have no interest in black fluids. Please don't waste your valuable communication network with your nonsense. Emergency contact. An SOS call from the Middle East branch. Please move to latitude 18 degrees north and longitude 42 degrees east.
Hey, I was being serious.
There is no SOS call coming from the town around the oasis ahead of us. It appears to be subdued already.
This area had a lot of history to it.
What a shame. Have you been here before, Captain?
Stay alert. There seems to be quite a number of them.
There are contamination weapons all over the town. Let's hope all the people have fled. Your destruction rate is pretty low. Captain, you weren't very efficient out there. I'm sure there's no problem with the plane.
I'm going to flee into the valley to escape the enemies, as we planned. Watch out for the protruding rocks.
Enemy response on Raiden. Did we just outsmart you?
Maybe the crystals have intelligence beyond our presumption.
That may be so.
You're supposed to be in charge of the radar, right? Can't you at least tell me where it's coming from?
Massive enemy weapons deactivated. No response within a 1 kilometer radius. Many small to mid-sized responses and attacks from up ahead. Quickly intercept after checking the armor reactions on the course.
You can be more concise, you know?
successful entry into the ruins, but Raiden seems to have been shelled, so brace yourself. I analyzed the video images from Raiden. Are they ancient ruins? It's romantic.
That's not an analysis. It's your impression.
Sorry. I'm getting many crystal responses. It's strange. There doesn't appear to be any particular contamination other than from weapons.
You're telling me that these crystals are non-contaminated? A place like that could exist. Man, this video is displeasing. So these are what caused the contamination of the crystals.
It's a modest impression, but it's really beautiful, you know? I get kind of enchanted. I'm getting a reaction from close by. Prepare for contact.
It's a narrow cave, so watch out.
The enemy is transforming and the energy level is increasing. Please be extra careful. You can evacuate from where you are now. Please make a vertical.
A cave of sleeping crystals, huh? We'll need to report this to the research team. Hold on, I'm going to switch lines. I'm sorry for working you so hard, but we must head toward the Wind's port. Raiden, I need you to patrol the periphery and head for the port.
We're going to the beach? How do I submit a request for a vacation leave from them?
Sorry, Ashira. We've got work to do.
If it's not a vacation, then why are we heading towards the port? It's not part of our mission, is it?
It's a request from the Weapons Development Division. How dare they use the VCD as messengers? I guess we've got to follow orders.
You sure are a modern military man. Hello, I'm Lieutenant Campbell of the Weapons Development Division. I'm glad that the captain is so understanding of our needs.
Yeah, well, I guess I owe it to the Weapons Development Division. But you know, I'd be much more passionate about my work if we were provided the finest coffee beans.
Very well then. We will attend to that. We would appreciate it if you follow up on the contaminated weapons attack that happened at Wind's Port. Cheerio.
Multiple enemies at Windport. Raiden, I need you to hurry and annihilate them.
I'm sure glad I mentioned the coffee beans to him. I can't wait for them to arrive.
You have no pride, sir. It appears that there are still enemies at sea. Please continue mopping them up. Unscathed. You're incredible. Please carry on with the mission. Captain, an emergency call from the Shell Defense Base. They're being attacked by multiple contaminated weapons.
What? Another attack? I'd like the enemy to consider our plans too, you know? Yes, duty calls. Did you hear that, Raiden? Head northwest to the Michelle Defense Base.
Seems like you've missed quite a lot of enemies. I know you're tired from all the fighting, but please hurry ahead to Michelle Port. Do you think there's something behind all these consecutive attacks?
I don't know. I'm just a military man. Whatever the reasons, it's our mission to fight when the enemies attack.
That's for sure. I guess we should leave the difficult matters up to the Weapons Development Division people.
Yeah, these matters are definitely too difficult for someone to think about vacation when they arrive at a port.
You say? Well, I think these matters are too difficult for men who prioritize coffee beans over work.
Oh well. Let's just focus on the task in front of us.
Enemy approaching. Its arms are opening out. I can't believe this transformation. The enemy is transforming into a walking field.
Let's head to the LHC facility. I'm sure these crystals we were supposed to transport has something to do with what's going on. We can deal with the consequences later.
The ship is heading towards the LHC facility now. We will move towards the destination at a low altitude until coming closer to the facility, since this is unplanned. So please caution the civilian facilities.
Hey, you sounded like a real professional. I'm going to rely on you from now on when I'm taking a break.
Wow. Wow, this is the Sidonia Falls?
It's alright to be happy, but stop telling me your impression over the network.
An incoming transmission from the council. It appears to be Madame Limper.
That was quick of her. Put her through.
You seem to be enjoying the Sidonia Falls. I've seen them before, and they are certainly impressive.
Well, is that right? It sure is spectacular.
Excuse me, Captain. It seems that our conversation is overheard by the entire VCD region.
No problem. Even if we're at war, it's only natural to be moved by a pretty sight. Unfortunately, the location of Bellwether has been revealed to everyone.
That's a problem. We were planning to keep our movements secret.
I guess you have your own ideas, Max, and I won't pry into them, but Bellwether gets a lot of attention, so it would be helpful if you try not to stand out.
I'm really sorry. I will make sure my subordinates don't do this again.
Good luck. Max has a duty to do, so listen to his instructions.
The enemy destruction speed is slow. Please be cautious in combat.
The LHC should be in view at any moment now.
Yes, it's a recent facility lab, so I also look forward to seeing it. What? An incoming SLS call from the LHC, Captain.
What's the reason for the signal?
I don't know, sir. There's a large crystal contamination response in the radio. All over the LHC facility.
I see. This demands speed. Right. Get into the LHC facility and eliminate the contaminated weapons that have invaded.
Why didn't the SOS call bring them so now? There wouldn't have been this much if they had contacted us after the attacks.
I don't know why. But unless there was some technical trouble, the enemies must have invaded very swiftly. We don't have time to worry about that now. Let's knock out the aerial enemies.
Captain, the enemy's gathering the LHC central facility.
Raiden, we won't be able to research the crystal and destroy them if the facility is destroyed. Protect it at any cost.
Great job in eliminating the enemy from the periphery of the central facility. Now please take care of the enemies in the air.
Sorry, but Bellwether can't handle all these enemies.
You've let too many enemies escape. I know it's a tough mission, but please hang in there. Now help us up in the sky.
Good, Raiden. You're amazing in your mastery.
There's an enemy response remaining in the fringes outside the LHC facility. I will send over the directions, so please take care of it. Captain! A high-energy response is rapidly approaching the central facility.
Damn it. Raiden, Bellwether will take care of this enemy force. Hurry to the central facility.
The enemy has risen over the central facility. Raiden has also arrived. I didn't think we would make it. We will engage in battle now. side parts have separated and fallen. Captain, the enemy has invaded into the LHC facility.
Raiden, pursue it and destroy it by any necessary means.
Enemy deactivated. This better had been the last one. Well done with the mission.
Assyria, there's a light in the distance. What is that?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the radar. Currently, the surveillance plane is heading towards the sea. What shall we do?
Of course we will have to pursue and catch them. Don't let them escape, Raiden.
A transmission is coming in from an unknown source. I will connect you.
I thought you'd be warned if it were an unknown source.
Yeah, good job, Anubis. It's not the mission of the BCD to deal with me, is it? Hurry back and clean up the crystals already.
I see. I wonder what you do when you go out to sea. The sea is a pilot.
You can just find as many crystals as you'd like in other places, right? I've been busy with pirate operations too, you know. No time to deal with you.
Yeah? Is that so? Well, don't worry about us, because we'll go ahead and collect the crystals. Call the public relations department if you have a complaint.
Promise this would be an easy job. I'll require an additional fee if I'm to deal with the BCD, or it won't be worth it.
I thought that Barbarossa was a more chivalrous pirate, but he's no different from your common thief. I'm disappointed because I was kind of a fan.
I'm not very impressed that an army officer is a fan of pirates.
We will pursue the pouch. It's very big, you know. Is pirating lucrative?
It might be good to ask VH afterwards.
Your enemy elimination rate is poor. Though the contaminated weapons aren't our issue, your performance is disappointing. An incoming transmission from the Weapons Development Division. Captain, good luck, sir.
Captain, what's going on? We are assiduously engaged in our mission here, sir. Can we talk over coffee tomorrow?
It appears that the crystals have been taken by the pirates. This is a failure, but what's done can't be changed. Bellwether can return to its normal place, since I've sent out a separate squadron to deal with them and retrieve the crystals.
I appreciate the consideration, but we are already engaged in combat with them, unfortunately.
the ship arbitrarily again? It's not too late. Retreat now and leave the pirates alone.
Hey, how long do I gotta wait? I'll need more company.
I seem to have heard something now.
It feels like there's a voice now. Captain, are you busy?
No, nothing. All right, withdraw immediately. I'm busy, so I will go now.
That's strange.
It sounded like a voice that I'd heard recently, or someone else. They haven't been bombed at all. Please aim to annihilate the enemy in this condition.
Man, this war is definitely not worth it. We can't have them look down on us. I'm gonna give it all that I've got.
Gosh, with this much firepower, being a pirate may actually be profitable.
Gotten me pretty good. Show you our secret weapon. Something that'll beat even the fighting thunder. Who did this? I didn't tell you to turn it on!
There's something wrong with the pirate ship. A crystal contamination is being emitted from around the stern.
The noise drives me nuts. Handle this, please, Raiden. Thanks.
Ship's been contaminated. Hey, do something, VCD!
Gosh, you say it as if it were easy.
Enemy formations have changed. The energy level is increasing.
Sorry, but it's not over. There's still something else coming up.
The energy response is stopped. It just...
We're lucky the contamination was at sea, where there's generally no damage.
Hey, hurry up and save me! I'll tell you a bunch of stuff because I'm mad as hell.
That would be helpful. A rescue crew will be heading there now.
Captain, can I receive the VH signature later?
As you like.
I told you the location and information, so you got to pardon me.
I will. Only if your information is true.
The destination is the old Weapons Development Division of the just in front of the ravine. I will guide you there, so please check the data.
He's a disgusting client, you know. The pay was good. The condescending attitude was awful.
An awful partner at weapons development. I can think of one person.
I can think of one person too, Captain. Your destruction speed is poor. There's nothing wrong with the measuring instruments, so just go full force without worrying about anything. A transmission from inside the facility. I'll connect you, Captain.
I thought the pirate Valbarosa would use them. But I guess pirates are simply stupid people who only think about themselves.
So, it was you, Lieutenant Campbell. I figured it would be you from what Valbarosa said.
Oh, I don't know what you heard from the pirate. Did she tell you that she was dealing with an excellent scientist?
I just told him that you're a disgusting idiot, only good for your money.
What? That's what made you guess it was me? I won't allow such an insult! No. I shouldn't get worked up over a lonely thought because there's no way she can understand our righteousness.
Righteousness. The bread I'll eat tomorrow is more important to me. You know, my ship's full. How about I take some of these useful weapons in return?
I can't allow that. I won't allow that.
Gosh, the two of you are so cold. There are so many unaccommodating soldiers.
Are you letting the enemies flee? Kindness leads to defeat on the battlefield.
I don't know where you're trying to go, but don't think you'll be getting out of this facility.
Oh yeah, pirates are experts at escape. How about you try catching me?
I don't think that Bellwether is your ship.
As I thought. You really are making yourself at home.
Go under that big duct there. You don't trust me? It's all right. Just behave.
It looks like we can get out of the facility if we move forward to the north and the following route. You really were right.
See? I told you. I haven't floppishly ran from the army for years.
I guess I'll have to think.
A high-energy response from your Raiden, Captain. It appears that we have been ambushed.
Well, these things happen too. I'll leave the battle to you guys.
It appears that he has a gigantic weapon. Please exercise caution. Third blade? This is tough. The number has increased.
That's true. It appears that the number has increased, but you need to calm down.
The enemy has gone completely silent. Seems to have finally...
This was quite a noisy mission.
What should we do after this, Captain?
Well, let's grab a relaxing coffee first.
Oh, give me some coffee too. A good one, all right? The beans should be South American, please.
It appears that we won't be...
Oh, what a bad aftertaste. At a time when we need to be uniting to fight the crystals, we're left with a sense of...
I agree. I believe our fight with the crystals is only going to grow more intense from here. Captain Campbell was a gifted scientist, so if he had used his skills for good, there's no doubt he had the power to help us in the battle we face now. However, it seems he was possessed by the idea that he could control everything.
A large amount. I'm surprised things didn't get worse than they've been until now.
Some of the results of his study seem to have been partially used to power the Bellwether and the Fighting Thunders. These seem to be stabilized, but apparently the reason the new state-of-the-art aircraft that the Defense Army had been developing was contaminated by the crystals was because Captain Campbell had placed a new control unit inside of it.
So that was the reason. To think how many soldiers and civilians lost their lives because of that contamination? One wrong step and the Bellwether could have been contaminated as well.
There's no point in considering the could have been. We are soldiers. Our role is to complete the mission we have been given. At present, we have no choice but to destroy the contaminated weapons one at a...
Yes. If we had the Bellwether and the Raiden fighters, then humanity should prevail in...
You're right. That is the only option we must consider. And so, my apologies, but I've already sent you new mission plans. It appears that, by coincidence, a research expedition found crystals buried underneath Antarctica. Afterwards...
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.